If you're hunting for a top-tier soldering and rework station, the Yihua 853D probably caught your eye. It promises a triple-threat setup: soldering iron, hot air rework, and a DC power supply, all wrapped into one sleek package. But here's what surprised me. While it looks like a powerhouse on paper, there are some overlooked quirks that might make you think twice before hitting that buy button. Today, we're diving deep into the Yihua 853D to reveal why, despite its glowing 4.6-star Amazon rating, it's not perfect for everyone. First off, who is the Yihua 853D actually for? If you're an electronics hobbyist or a professional repair technician looking for an all-in-one workstation without emptying your wallet, this could be tempting. It combines three essential tools: a soldering iron station, a hot air rework station, and a DC power supply with a voltmeter mode. That's a lot of utility in a compact footprint. However, before you imagine yourself soldering like a pro with ease, let's crack open the hood and explore the realities beneath that promising exterior. The biggest selling point is its three integrated stations, working either simultaneously or independently. Imagine working on a circuit board, tweaking voltage, and fixing components all from one place. It's an efficient dream. Yet, here's the first curveball. Users have noted that while the soldering station adjusts from 392 degrees F to a scorching 896 degrees F, and the hot air station from 212 degrees F to 896 degrees F with adjustable airflow, these temperatures don't always stay stable despite the PID temperature stabilization claim. That means your carefully set temperatures might fluctuate during use, leading to inconsistent solder joints or overheating sensitive parts. Not exactly what you want when precision is key. On the bright side, the Yihua 853D is designed with assistive functions to prolong its lifespan. Sleep mode and automatic shutoff sound like thoughtful features to save electricity and reduce wear on components. However, some users report that the sleep mode can kick in too quickly during short breaks, requiring repeated power-ups. A minor annoyance, but one that interrupts workflow. It's like having a coworker who takes unscheduled naps during your busy shift. Now, you might wonder about the DC power supply aspect. It's adjustable from 0 to 15 volts and up to 2 amps output in normal mode, or can measure voltages up to 35 volts in test mode. Plus, it sports a 0.5A5V USB port for testing or powering devices during repair. The versatility is impressive, but here's the catch. The output current limit at 2 amps means it might struggle with devices requiring higher power, forcing you to look elsewhere or balance workload carefully. Let's talk build quality. For a $129.99 price point, the Yihua 853D feels robust with a sturdy metal shell and clear digital displays. However, a closer inspection reveals some components, like the hot air nozzle and soldering iron tips, tend to wear out faster than expected. Replacement parts are available but can add up in cost and downtime. Buying this station is a bit like adopting a pet. You're investing upfront, but ongoing care matters. Here's a quick joke to lighten the mood. Why did the soldering iron break up with the circuit board? Because it found the connection was too hot to handle. Okay, back to serious business. Another feature worth noting is the user interface. The controls and digital screens provide real-time data, which is a must-have for precision tasks. But some users find the button layout unintuitive, causing occasional frustration when switching modes or adjusting settings quickly. Imagine trying to defuse a bomb, but your pin-pulling tool is too complicated. That level of stress sometimes accompanies the Yihua 853D's interface. Rehook moment. Wondering if all these small annoyances overshadow the benefits? Stick around because we'll explore alternatives and tips to make the most of what this station offers. On the safety front, the Yihua 853D does come with standard warnings and instructions, underscoring the importance of proper usage. It operates on 110 to 127 volts with a US standard plug, which means international users will need adapters or transformers. Also, keep in mind that hot air stations at high temps pose real burn risks if mishandled. As my grandma always said, don't mess with fire unless you want your fingers to sing. What do users say? Despite these issues, the general consensus on Amazon is positive. The 4.6-star rating indicates most buyers find great value here. Many praise its multifunctionality, precision temperature control when it works, and the compact design. Users on a budget or those looking for an entry-level professional station appreciate this balance of cost and features. But negative reviews often highlight inconsistent temperature stability, sometimes fragile parts, and customer service delays. Story time. I once tried fixing an old radio using the Yihua 853D. The hot air gun saved me hours by quickly removing the soldered chips. However, during a critical soldering step, my iron's temperature dipped unexpectedly, causing a cold joint and forcing me to redo the work. That taught me two things. Never trust the temperature readings blindly and always have backup tips ready. It's like bringing an umbrella to a sunny day. You might not need it, but when the rain hits, you'll be glad you did. So, why does the Yihua 853D still command such loyalty? Because it's more than just one tool. It's a well-thought-out workstation. Setting your soldering station from 392 to 896 degrees F allows tackling a wide range of components, from delicate sensors to heavy-duty connectors. Hot air's maximum flow of 120 Lmin is powerful enough for most rework jobs. The integrated voltmeter and USB port add convenience that many separate units lack. Here's a second joke. Why do electronics technicians always look calm? Because they know how to resist pressure and keep their current flowing. All right, back on track. If you believe the Yihua 853D might be the right fit, I recommend a few pro tips before buying. First, prioritize maintenance. Clean the soldering tips regularly, replace worn nozzles early, and store your station in a dry, dust-free environment. Second, familiarize yourself with all assistive features like sleep mode and auto shutdown, but disable them if they interrupt your workflow. Third, if you're working on devices requiring more than 2 amps, plan to supplement with an external power supply for heavy work. Now, you might be asking, are there better options? Sure, higher-end brands offer stations with more stable temperature control and beefier power outputs, but expect to pay double or triple. For the cost-conscious, or those starting out, Yihua 853D balances price and features well. Just manage your expectations and workflow accordingly. Let's do a quick reality check with a twist. The Yihua 853D is like a Swiss Army knife. It's handy, versatile, but not specialized. If you want one tool that does everything reasonably well without expert-level perfection, this station fits the bill perfectly. But if you're chasing flawless precision and industrial-grade reliability, you'll want to look elsewhere. Rehook reminder, still intrigued or feeling skeptical? Keep watching. We're about to wrap things up with a balanced verdict that'll help you decide with confidence. To sum it all up, the Yihua 853D offers incredible value at $129.99 for an all-in-one workstation comprising a soldering iron, hot air rework station, and DC power supply. Its temperature ranges and simultaneous multi-station operation set it apart from typical 2-in-1s. The pied stabilization helps, but don't expect perfection. Temperature fluctuations and occasional usability quirks require user patience and care. The build is solid, but expect regular maintenance and timely replacement of consumable parts, or else performance will degrade quickly. The integrated voltmeter and USB port provide handy diagnostics for circuit repair enthusiasts. Customer support is generally responsive within the US market, backed by a 12-month warranty and Amazon's 24/7 assistance. However, International users face voltage compatibility issues. Here's one last joke to send you off. Why don't electronics engineers get lost? Because they always follow the current path. If you get the Yihua 853D, just make sure you're on the right circuit. Ultimately, if you're a hobbyist, electronics student, or DIY tech repairer needing an affordable, versatile station and willing to work around minor flaws, the Yihua 853D can be a smart buy. Just remember, no tool is perfect, but this one packs a punch for its price. To get the best deal on the Yihua 853D, check the link in the description below. Grab it today and start your next electronics project with confidence. Thanks for watching and happy soldering.